Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living morning meditation. My name is Jim Saul, and I'll be leading the meditation. So is everybody warm? It's always good to be warm when you're meditating. I don't know what that is, but it just makes you feel kind of homey, kind of good. So let's close our eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Let all the tension of getting here and meeting people and all of that kind of energy, just kind of let it fall to the ground like it's something that you can just let go of. Relax your shoulders. Maybe move your head around a little and relax. And I like the Vipassana type of meditation. And what that means is that we don't struggle. We don't try to have a mantra over and over again. We don't try really hard to do anything other than observe, listen, feel. Not only do we listen to an inner dialogue when it comes up, but we also become keenly aware of sounds around us, movements, our breath. And in the East, when you're meditating under a great master, he might sneak up behind you and whack you with a stick. And if you jump and twitch, he knows that you weren't paying attention, you didn't hear him. So the key is to become so aware of your body, the surrounding air around you, sounds, the hum of the air conditioner or heater. And breathe. There can be distractions outside of you, like noises. Maybe you hear traffic. But there are two distractions within. One is the verbal, the mental dialogue that often erupts during meditation. And the second one is actually mentally visible, visualizing in your head. So you have an internal sight and hearing. your task is just to be aware of all of it. Keenly aware and breathe. Let go of tension. Relax your shoulders. And breathe. If a mental dialogue begins, just let it go. Observe it and find the quiet again. If you begin to picture things in your head, your grouchy neighbor or the 6 o'clock news, sometimes it helps to kind of look up and actually try to see the inside of your eyelids. It's kind of a blackness with lots of little dots. And breathe. All the teacher that you will ever need will be found within this quiet. This quiet will heal you of worries and frets, fear, anger. And breathe. Sometimes if my mind is racing, especially at night when I can't sleep, I just begin to use the word heal as a mantra. And I use the word heal with each out-breath. Try it. See how it relaxes the body. There is the quiet time of the inhale. And the letting go of the exhale by saying heal. If you observe that worries about a loved one come to mind, with the out breath, just go heal them. Over and over again. Heal. There is an immense healing energy within the quiet. The more we are quiet, the more we can tap into it. And the more we can release worry and fear. You can actually get to a deeper, healthier level of mind simply by relaxing your eyelids and breathing. Anytime you choose, you can come to this quiet place and it will be here for you. The more you do it, the more you will become wise and content and see the beauty all around us. The more you will be able to share that beauty, that love and compassion that you find in the quiet. The more you will give thanks for the quiet, for the wisdom that's found there. So this morning I give thanks for this center, for it reminds me of the beauty all around us. I give thanks for this divine intelligence that is present everywhere. I give thanks for each person here today, for joining in this energy. And I can release this meditation simply and easily by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
Every morning I see beauty the clouds and find the world is ours. So won't you come and see the way unfold, the story told, the lines undone. It's better when we're one. Time and space cannot define our lives anymore. Lifting off, defying gravity, we know we're free. So won't you come and see the way unfold, the story told, the lines undone. It's better when we're one. Love expanding, every moment feels brand new. Ever after, happily, I'll stay right here with you. So won't you come and see?
Won't you come and
the
see
way,
oh, the way to
unfold,
won't you come and
the story told,
won't you come and
the
see
lines
all the lines of
undone.
won't you come and see
It's better when we're one. It's better when we're one. Thank you. We are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on, moving with the strength of surrender. I am marching on. Hey, yeah, we are going forward. Hey, yeah, we are going on, moving with the strength of clarity. I am marching on.
and we sing our praise today
That we get to live in this amazing place,
and we get to see the
truth of life unfold.
through our love.
Hey, yeah, we are marching onward. Hey, yeah, we are marching on, moving with the strength of surrender, I am marching on. Hey, we are going forward. Hey, we are going forward. Moving with the strength of surrender, I am marching on. And we sing our praise today, that we get to live in this amazing place, and we get to see the truth of life unfold through our love.
And we sing our praise today,
That we get to live in this amazing place, and we get to see the truth of life unfold
through our love.
Hey, we are marching onward. Hey, we are marching on, moving in the strength of surrender. I am marching on. Hey, we are marching onward. Hey, we are marching on, moving with the strength of surrender.
I am marching on. I am marching on. I am marching on.
I am marching on.
Yo! What's next? Let's do animals. No? Children of the Sun. Go.
Yeah.
Or animals. Yeah. Kick me up. Hi, y'all. Sam and Lucy here. Happy Sunday. Happy 2024. It's the first time we've seen you since we were in a new number. We're all children of the sun, right? That's what Sam's going to sing about. Take it away, Sammy.
Whistle for us. We are children, children of the sun. We are gathering, gathering as one. We start listening to what she's got to say. Oh, our mother, she will guide the way. When it's all said and done, we will find together we're all children of the sun. When we see that all we are is love, together we can build the world we're dreaming of. And all those places, places that we've known, we're finally coming home. When it's all said and done, we will find together we're all children of the sun. La da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da la da da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da la da da la da 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 la da da la da 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 la da. When it's all said and done, we will find we're together. When it's all said and done, we will find the truth that we're all children of the sun. Children of the sun, oh, children of the sun, children of the sun.
Thanks, y'all. Oh, every time.
You want to do that one?
Oh, every time I look outside, I remember that I see a dream unfolding before me. Oh, every time I look outside, I remember that the things I seek are already within me. Oh, every time I look outside, I remember that I see a dream unfolding before me. Every time I look outside, I remember all the things I seek are already within me. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. 'Cause I remember all that I am is ever-flowing love. Oh, every time I look outside, I remember that I see a dream unfolding before me. You know what we mean? It's a dream. Oh, every time I look outside, I remember all the things I seek are already within me. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. 'Cause I remember all that I am is ever-flowing love. Hey,
'cause I remember all that I am is ever flowing. All that I am, 'cause I remember all that I am is ever flowing love.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, we welcome the one, the only, Reverend Dr. Ken Wilcox.
Thank you, Lucy. That was wonderful. What was wrong with you, Sam?
I gave you a little
Thank you.
woo.
Okay, all right. I didn't hear that, but we'll take your word for it, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living here in St. Augustine, Florida. You're very welcome to be here this morning. Thank you for coming out on the cold to be a part of the community. If you're joining us online, we're very grateful that you're joining us that way as well. We are a spiritual community, if you're here for the first time, with no dogma. No dogma. We're not going to tell you what you need to believe. We know you have the intelligence to come up with a God of your understanding that you can put to work in your life, because that's what we want you to have. We want you to have a God experience so strong and so dynamic that you can't talk yourself out of it. That's the goal of our teaching, and if you stick around, you will have that. And to make that happen in a powerful and dynamic way, I always ask you to do one simple thing each Sunday morning, and that's to leave all your troubles, your fears, your would-haves, your could-haves, to leave all that stuff outside, and for the next 45 minutes or so, to open up an avenue of spirit possibilities. And what are spirit possibilities? Well, they're for more love, more joy, more happiness, more music, more dance, more laughter, everything in life that makes you feel alive. That is God showing up in your life, and when you recognize it, you empower yourself, and you'll be able to see it flowing all through your life. So know you're in a great place this morning, and Spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. Well, I have a couple of announcements this morning. We have a class that will get going on February 18th, and that is the Essential Ernest Holmes class. The Essential Dr. Ernest Holmes. He was the founder of our teaching. It starts on February the 18th. It will go for 10 weeks. So this will be a good class to learn, what our fundamentals are. For the next two Sundays, next Sunday and the following Sunday, we have the 21st and 28th. We have a new members class. If you've been coming here for a couple of Sundays and you'd like to learn more about us, that's a class you can attend. It'll be after service here in the auditorium. We will go through our principles and history with you and give you an opportunity to join our community if you'd like to. Also on the 24th, we have a play that we're going to do, and my mind has gone blank. It is The Witness by Lee Weaver. February 21st? February 24th, Lee Weaver's The Witness, that we're going to be performing that here. Lee Weaver was a playwright. He wrote these amazing plays. He transitioned last year. To honor him and his wife, Nan, the lovely Nan, we're going to do one of his plays. So that will be in February. Also, I see Dick has just come in. This coming Saturday at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a life celebration service for Kay Rousseau. If you did not know Kay, she was a wonderful greeter for many, many years here. We're going to have a celebration of her life at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Love for you to come out and show her family support of how much she meant to our community. She was an amazing and lovely person. Well, I think those are all my announcements. If you have any questions, you can chat with me afterwards, and I'll give you some more details, or you can sign up for our e-blessing that has all the information on it. All right, guys, I know you got a great song for us. What you got to play this morning?
Let's take it out. It's all inside. I had a dream. We were in an unfamiliar place.
All of the ground beneath was torn, the memory erased. Right from my heart, sounded out a prayer for relief from this desolation everywhere. It's all inside the world I need. It's all inside the things I see. It's all within the dark, expanding space inside. Birds came in numbers, filling out the sky. Onto the ground to plant the green, the new life. Oh, it's all inside the world I need. It's all inside the thing I see. It's all within the dark, expanding space inside. Over the landscape, the green began to grow. We planted a sapling, and it took into the soil in all directions. The colors came to life, all because the time was taken to invite that thing to die. It's all inside the world I need. It's all inside the thing I see. It's all within the dark, expanding space inside. No more waiting for that outcome I've been telling. Nothing's gonna ever take that space but something coming from the inside. I've been looking outside all this time for something that will fly me away, something that will fly me away. But all this time, it was on the inside.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was lovely. And I forgot the most important announcement of all. Sam and Lucy will have a sound healing meditation at 2 o'clock today. So if you would like to have a sound healing meditation with them and a community sing, come at 2 o'clock. It's a wonderful thing to participate in. All right, to get our service going, we're going to do a reading and treatment, and we got Jim Salt coming up to do it. Come on up, Jim.
Thank you. Good morning. This week I did a little bit of reading on some of Martin Luther King's writings and was inspired. So I wrote this week kind of with that in mind. It's entitled The Individual. As an individual, we are obligated to care for ourselves, obligated to breathe, feed this body of ours, excrete waste, and find a safe place to sleep and live. In Buddhism, they talk about the dissolving or letting go of the self, releasing this small self. When we are able to do that, we realize that it's not about diminishing who we are. It's not a loss of something necessary or valuable. It's actually about letting go of something small for something much bigger, grander, and more beautiful. We teach here about the one and only all, the omnipresent nature of God. I personally like to call it the divine intelligence that inhabits all things. When we let go of this small self, the individual which is alone and separate, we can begin to recognize this greater one or this divine intelligence within us. This happens naturally as part of our spiritual evolution. With each small awakening, we begin to expand our awareness of this greater one. We expand from only caring for our own body to caring for our loved ones until it evolves to loving most people, then eventually trying to love all of the human race. Granted, this can be a difficult jump, but it does not stop there. It expands further to caring about all living things like trees and butterflies and animals. Then it further expands to all things like rocks and clouds and sunsets and distant planets and the unknown. It just keeps expanding to recognizing all things with a loving intention. The more we awaken, the more this awakening evolves, the more our lives become more beautiful and more joyful, rich, and more connected to this divine intelligence, and less associated with the worries of the small self. As this happens, we begin to feel that same obligation we had for the small self, the obligation to care for our bodies. We begin to feel that same obligation for all things. This is when spiritual awakening becomes amazing. And I believe this is what Martin Luther King meant by committing ourselves to a life of service, to a life of caring for all things. So I encourage us all to spiritually evolve for our own benefit and for the benefit of the world, to be of service and to care for all things. This is what spiritual awakening means to me, to be of service to all. Let's take that idea and go into our morning prayer. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And just know with me that we are all beautiful, grand, glorious, divinely inspired individuals. And that we can take that inspiration, that divine intelligence within us, and we can share it with everyone that we come in contact with. We can open up a loving heart, a beautiful intention, even art and music. We can share what we have, and when we do, we find out we have really beautiful things within us. So with this, I give thanks. I give thanks for this divine intelligence that's everywhere present. I give thanks for my connection with it, for it really gives me peace and helps me to see the beauty. I give thanks for this center, for it is a community, and we can only evolve best by having a spiritual community. And I give thanks for Ken's message and for each person that braved the cold this morning. I give thanks for it all. And I can release this prayer to be so simply and easily by saying, so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
So we invite you guys to join us singing. A couple of rules. It needs to be fun. So if you're not liking it, do it differently so that it's fun.
Yep.
You're not listening to compare yourself to others, you're feeling the feeling. And the words might help you. That was boomy. 3, 4. Open your eyes, see God in everything. Open your eyes, I am here, I am here. Open your heart, see love in everything. Open your heart, I am here, I am here. I am the joy that flows inside. I am the light that lights your life. I am the presence deep inside. Who knows you as the love you are? 3, 4. Open your eyes, see God in everything. Open your eyes, I am here, I am here. Open your heart, see love in everything. Open your heart, I am here, I am here. I am the joy that flows inside. I am the light that lights your life. I am the presence deep inside. Who knows you as the love you are? Open your eyes, see God in everything. Open your eyes, I am here, I am here.
Thank you, Sam and Lucy. So the first of the year, I continue on a tradition that my teacher, Kennedy Schultz, did in Atlanta, Georgia. And that was he would take the first 4 Sundays of the year and go over the first 4 chapters of our Science of Mind textbook. And it's just a good way to remind ourselves of our principles. And so today I'm going over the first chapter. I'll continue on to complete the 4 chapters. This chapter is called The Thing Itself, and I'm calling it First Things First. First Things First. And of course, if you've been in the recovery movement, that will sound familiar to you, which is a nice way to pay homage to my teacher, Kennedy Schultz. He said Science of Mind and recovery movement had saved his life. He said he had never turned down a drink unless he misunderstood the question. So I'm going to be covering this chapter, and it's a powerful chapter, the thing itself. And when we're talking about the thing, what Dr. Holmes is talking about God, the universe, the life force. We're not just talking about this deity way up in the sky, sitting on a throne, a male deity. We believe that spirit is more than just the male energy. First of all, if it was just a male energy, it would have blown this thing up long ago. It would have. A male energy with access to all power tools, it would have blown us up long, long time ago. So spirit encompasses more than that. And so we're not talking about a God of personality. We don't believe in a God that gets angry. We don't believe in a jealous God. How could it have those emotions? It's greater than those emotions. And we're talking about the impulse of life itself, to live well, to live well, to live in love and joy and prosperity. That's the God we're talking about, and that we can put this to work in our lives. Now, this new year coming up, as I mentioned last year, when you talk to especially astrologers, one thing they're struck about this new year is there's a lot of new energy coming into the world this year. And there's going to be some big shifts and big changes. I believe they're going to be for good. I believe we're on the cusp of seeing something really remarkable happening. It's going to happen in communications, technology, the economy, also in healthcare. There are going to be major breakthroughs coming in healthcare. So we want to celebrate those good things, weather the challenges we have, but know that that positive energy is coming into our lives, and there's a way we can use it. There's a way we can create more good, even more than we can envision at this point. So I would encourage each of us today to have a vision of their lives and envision that life for having blessings just pour down, rain down upon you. And please don't leave here until, be sure to talk with me or Jim or one of our other practitioners about how to create that vision, a life with more love and joy. And then be willing to put some energy into it. Don't talk yourself out of it. And put your hands to work with what you can do. Don't wait till you win the lottery. Don't wait till the perfect partner shows up at your doorstep. Put some work, do what you can right in front of you to bring about this better, brighter new day for yourselves. And then when you see even the smallest signs of a success coming, shout hallelujah. Shout glory. Don't do it in the middle of the cheese department at Publix. It weirds people out. But proclaim Spirit's goodness right where you are. Because the universe is all about evolving. And so you are evolving. The good you can bring into your life is evolving. And you never know, you might be at the right pivot point to bring in something that's going to change the world. Change the world. Over the holidays, I watched a series on HBO that I really super enjoyed. I didn't think I would, but I really enjoyed it. It was about Julia Childs. It's called Julia. If you want a really feel-good series, this is it. I didn't know that much about her. 6'3". When she was young, that was a very tall female. She's had a speech impediment. I just thought she was a Yankee. No, she was actually, that was a speech impediment that came down through her family. She was born to a very wealthy family in California. She never had to work. She never found her passion in life until late in life. And she found her passion when she was in France, and she started going to French restaurants. And she fell in love with French cooking. And so she went to all these cooking classes and cooking schools to learn how to cook in the French food authentically. And she wanted to bring that to America. Now, surprisingly, we think now that we live with processed foods. Our grandmothers, if you're younger than me, after World War II, it was all about processed food. You got macaroni and cheese out of a can. Spaghetti came in a box with the sauce. And, they were even recipes about how to use Spam or beanie weenies. That was the level of cooking. And Julia thought, well, gosh, I want to bring French cooking because it's just simple ingredients that are really delicious, and there's a joy to it. There's a joy. And she wanted to bring that joy back to cooking. So she started writing her original cookbook. French people they didn't have this concept, because when she wrote the cookbook, she would list the steps you had to take to produce the meal. The French people, they didn't have that concept. In their mind, anybody reading a French cookbook should know certain basic things. So they would just leave out things like add butter. You're supposed to know that if you're cooking a French meal. So she Americanized the cuisine, and it was a huge success. Nobody thought it would be. Nobody thought it was going to be. Her publishers, they printed 10,000 copies. They thought if we sell them in the first 5 years, we'll be lucky. Now, it also hit at an amazing time. There was an amazing event that she had no idea was happening that happened at that time. There was a handsome new president, Kennedy, going into the White House, along with his beautiful wife. And what did they do? When they got to the White House, they hired a French chef to cook in the White House. And all of a sudden, French cuisine became the hottest thing that everybody wanted to start doing. And so her cookbook started selling off the shelf. She also had gotten a chance to go on television, and she famously made an omelet live on television. That had been done before, but it was her personality that brought it to life. Nobody had had her personality, her ease, her delight in doing it. She then got to PBS and talked them into letting her do a cooking show. Before that time, PBS was really just considered themselves to be a classroom. They thought you would just bring a professor in and let him talk, and that was going to be their programming. Julia Child said, no, we need why not make it fun? Why not make it, joyful? And it took off amazingly. So here is this woman, had never really had much success in her life at all, and she is the creator of our modern food industry. When you see all these cooking shows on television, that came from Julia Childs. The interest in cooking came from her, and also PBS. That all came from her ideas. And if that kind of success happens for anyone, it can happen for you. It can happen for you. If it happens for anyone, it can happen for you. And so every time you hear some good news for somebody, glory in it. Glory in it. If you think they deserve it or not, that part's none of your business. You're to glory in the fact that it's come their way. And by doing that, you can attract even better to you. So we want to celebrate the small successes in life. We don't want to celebrate the large ones. Because if you don't celebrate the small successes, you will never see the large ones. They won't show up. We had a theater group in here on Friday. They had a big, huge, successful event on Friday. I was here working Friday afternoon, and you remember Friday was rainy, it was dark, it was not a nice day. And I really became worried because our lights underneath our portico don't work. They're on a timer, and they've gotten mistimed, and so they don't turn on. And I was worried about all these newcomers coming to our building in the dark. Now, to get to the timer, you have to get to this storage area, and it is way in the back. It is piled full of all kinds of stuff. Jimmy Hoffa's body is probably in that storage area somewhere. And so the thought of going back there and turning it on, I just thought, it's going to be impossible. I got back there, I looked at it. All of a sudden, I looked at this little switch that was easy to turn on. I flipped it. It was the switch for the lights outside. I got them on. What a blessing. Now, here's the thing. All those people that showed up, they had the blessings of light that helped them get safely to us. They didn't know where it come from. They probably didn't even acknowledge it. It's just we think of lighting everywhere. But it was a blessing that happened for me that flowed to them. You never know how much you're blessing people around you. You never know how your willingness to step out a little bit and try something, to get on a shaky step stool and look for a light switch. You don't know what good that can bring into your world. So we want to step into that energy. Our world, our universe, life itself was created for one reason alone, and that was the sheer joy of it. The sheer joy of it. Spirit called you by name from stardust for the sheer joy of seeing you here in the physical plane. And when we align ourselves with that joy, we are opening up for ourselves all this cosmic power. And we don't know the great good that we can bring about. We have a powerful goodness that we can connect to, we can co-create with. Dr. Holmes, the founder of our teaching, he said that to envision a situation where God would have created us bound and leave us in bondage would to be dishonor the thing that we call God. It doesn't make any sense at all. We are here so we can experience the goodness of God made manifest in our lives. And when we have these challenges of lack and limitation, they have not been imposed by Spirit on us. Rather, there are things we have created so that we can better understand ourselves and better connect with Spirit and to know how powerful we really are. And we can also, we've learned by challenges, now we can say, I've given up on that. I want to learn through joy and love and laughter. This is our choice. I'm going to learn in the easiest way possible. Also, if you have big challenges, know that that's also a sign that you've got big potential. The bigger your challenge are, the bigger your potential is if you will let go of fear and resentment. Let go of fear and resentment. You know, I have known people who have had challenge-less lives. They seldom have very interesting lives. Yeah, and there's not a lot of growth there. So we want to, be willing to accept the challenge and say, there is something better coming from this. You just think about Julia Childs, 6'3". What if she had been 5'2"? We may have never heard of her. We may never have heard of her. It was the challenge of being different that gave her the energy to say, okay, I'm going to take this difference and I'm going to make a difference in the world. And that's what she did. Dr. Holmes says they may be dark nights, they may be storms, but there's always this voice within us, always urging us on, giving us guidance that we are not alone. He says when the night seems the darkest and the storm threatens to overwhelm us, remember you have this enduring presence within you, this eternal voice. And despite the mistakes we may have made or the stumbling, this voice is reminding us of our transcendent purpose woven into the very fabric of our existence, a purpose that goes beyond the trials of the day that we are experiencing. So to rise above any of the challenges we might have, we encourage you to practice a fundamental practice of our teaching. It's a very easy one. We can train you. It's something that comes naturally to you. And it's called affirmative prayer. Praying as Jesus did. Praying, believing. Believing in what? Believing in the best of yourselves. Believing in the best of each other. Believing the best of life and believing the best of the world. The good is on its way. And that we have a way, that we are here to bring about that good. And project that good out even when there are moments when you can't see it out in the world yourself. No, there is good coming because God and I proclaim it. Spirit and I decree it. The doctor may be telling you one thing, but God and you know something different. The banker may be telling you something, but Spirit and you can know something more powerful. Don't believe in what the world is telling you. Believe what Spirit is whispering to you. And what Spirit is whispering to you is that you are glorious. You are wonderful. You are here to make a difference. You're here to bring about a better life. And through prayer, you can do this. You can envision it. So get into a habit of prayer. Pray for yourself. Pray for those around you. Pray for our leaders. They need prayer right now. Pray for the ones you like. Pray for the ones you don't like. Pray for them all. And then get somebody to pray for you. Jim will be happy to do a prayer for you. I'll be happy to do a prayer for you. There are other people here that will be happy to do a prayer for you. It's a wonderful thing to do prayers for someone. Now, people will ask me, how do we know prayer works? Well, here's a way you can convince yourself today that prayer is powerful. You cannot help but be encouraged when you do a prayer for someone. When you pray for someone, automatically you're going to feel better. Well, that's a sign that that prayer is powerful. You know, I've had a prayer partner now for over almost 20 years. There was a time that she was going through chemo. And during that time, I told her, I said, well, look, I said, don't worry about doing the prayers for me. I'll just do the prayers for you. And she came back and she says, we did it a little while, and she said, that's not working. She says, I need to do the prayers for you. She says, when I'm doing prayers for you, it's like I'm having a saline flush. It's flushing out all these toxins in my system. Praying for others is a powerful tool. This, you know, in Scripture it says, pray unceasingly. This is what we want to do. And praying unceasingly is that voice within our head that's commenting about everything. Well, when we can get that voice to, instead of being negative all the time, being positive, encouraging, we are in the midst of a huge miracle. And great good can bring us back. So we want to get out and we want to be powerful. Dr. Holmes says that this is inherent in us, that we are here to join in that from the depths of our hearts and souls, to affirm our oneness with God, to acknowledge the inherent goodness of life. Life is good. It's a strange thing. So many people want to focus on the negative. You talk to people, what are they going to tell? They're going to bring up negative circumstances. No, life is good. And when we proclaim the inherent goodness of life, we proclaim the glory of God, it will be manifest made from us. We will become channels of the divine goodness right where we are. And you don't have to become all saintly. You don't have to become all pure and wonderful. We don't need another Mother Teresa. It was lovely while we had her. We need you. We need you to step up. All with all the little nooks and crannies of your personality. God doesn't condemn them. God loves all of them. God knows what you're dealing with. And when you step up and say, even as I am, I'm going to channel every bit of love, every bit of joy, every bit of energy, positive energy, the cosmic forces will start rushing towards you. With courage and conviction that a better day is coming, we can lift our voices to the celestial chorus that began singing way before we ever stepped foot on this soil. And we are here to join in that chorus. We are here to become agents of the manifestation of the glory of God, contributing to this grand symphony that echoes through the ages. We have been called by name from stardust to be here. There's a wonderful part of the celestial chorus that will go unsung until you lift your voice. You are needed. You are necessary. Life won't be complete until you step up and know yourself as God knows you. Wonderful, glorious, dynamic, courageous, powerful, and an answer to every problem you'll ever confront. We're on a wonderful journey. You're a part of it. We're making a difference. There's a new heaven and a new earth coming, and 2024 will be the year that it happens. It's the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Here we are, making ourselves aware. The beginning is now.
washed anew, seeing life with new eyes. We're opening up. We are here in the sunlight, dancing in our dreams. I see the new day dawning. I feel my new life calling to me. I see my light is shining around. I am free. Here we are, standing on solid ground, ready to soar. All we see are possibilities leading to more. We are here in the sunlight, dancing in our dreams. I see the new day dawning. I feel my new life calling to me. I see my light is shining around, around, around. I used to put myself down. I used to stand in my way. But now I release the past. I'm waking up to a brand new day. I see the new day dawning. I see my new life calling to me. I feel my light is shining around, around, around. I see the new day dawning. I see the new day dawning. I see the new day dawning. I see the new day dawning.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so now we come to the time we support our center, and we support our center because in that support is our conviction that we do see a new day dawning. You know, you can, if you just say something, if you just think something, that's only going to have so much energy. It's when you start putting your action into your faith, that's when you're going to see results. And that's what supporting this center is. It's putting action into our faith. Now, you can support this center in a couple of ways. You can do volunteership, which we really appreciate. We always have volunteer activities. You can also support us in prayer and consciousness, and you can support us financially. However you choose to support us, know that it will return to you multiplied abundantly. So if you will, take your intention and place it over your heart and read with me this affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I joyfully and freely give, I join in the divine flow, and all I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. As ushers a step down, Sam and Lucy.
And band.
Band, okay,
Yes.
all
Band,
right.
you got another task.
Okay.
We're going to experiment, and we're going to create a choir out of y'all. Ready? Holy,
Holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy,
that's y'all's part.
holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy,
If you want to go high,
holy are we, reflections of
Follow me.
divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy, holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy, holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy, holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me.
Picture
Holy,
someone as you sing this.
holy are we,
You're singing it to them.
reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me.
Sing it for everybody here.
Holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at me. Holy, holy are we, reflections of divinity. Within every eye I meet, there you are, beloved, looking back at
And
me.
there you are, beloved,
Looking back
and
and
there
there
you are, beloved, looking back, and there you are, beloved, looking back, and there you are, beloved, looking back, and there you are, beloved, looking back at me.
You guys. And thank you, Victoria. Thank you for your support. Your support is allowing us to grow and to thrive, to be the continue being the beacon of light and love and compassion that we are. So we thank you, we bless it, we release it, knowing it does its good and powerful work, returning to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, I'm going to do the closing prayer in the first person, but take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me today. There's but one God and one mind and one power. And that power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. That power called me by name so I could witness myself being a channel of that compassion and love here on the soil of St. Augustine. So here today, in the start of this new year, I lift my eyes up to a better knowing for myself. I turn away from all the world's negativity of lack and limitation. I've played with those small ideas long enough. It's here and now, surrounded in this place by all these wonderful, loving souls, that I choose to know the best of myself. I choose to see the best of my family and friends. I choose to see the best of this community, of our nation and the world. We're not some weak slobs that have come to life to be victims. We are here to be victorious. We are here to be glorious. We are here to be channels of God's love and compassion, and we are not turning back. There's a bright, bold, new day that's dawning for us, a day of sisterhood and brotherhood, where the soldiers have dropped their weapons, where supply is for everyone, where every child gets to grow up being appreciated, valued, and known for the beloved that they are. This day we are bringing back, through our good works, through our prayers, through our visions. We are here so we can know how supported we are, how loved we are, how powerful we are. The night may have been long, the storm has blown hard, but this morning, this day, this community is rising up and stepping out, proclaiming the glory of God made manifest through our hearts and soul. This is our truth. Every cell of my being radiates this right knowing, and I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you with one last idea. Your life, it's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week, your job this year is to name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle God is calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken wishing you many blessings.
I see the new day dawning.
Sing it with us, y'all.
I feel my new day dawning. I see the new day dawning. I see the new day dawning.
You want more? Take that feeling with you. Cue the lights.
Come join us at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun.
If you haven't met Sam and Lucy, please come say hi. We'd love to meet you.